Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Sammy. Today is a new day.
Yeah, I hope so.
You don't look very happy.
Yeah. I'm exhausted,
Can't.
it's all, yeah. I've never had this experience like this. It's disaster.
Okay. I've never had an experience like this either.
We want to clarify a few things
Please, should we sit down?
so there's no
Let's
animosity.
sit down. Let's clarify a few things. What would you like to clarify?
What I have a problem with were the comments you were saying to me last night while I was trying to focus on the food.
Let's look at one thing at a time and be
Sure.
open and honest.
Okay, that's
Okay?
fine.
Because for me, this was about uncovering the truth. When I'm told that the raviolis are freshly made...
I didn't tell you
no,
that.
Can I finish? Sorry, when your husband told me that the raviolis were fresh, I ordered them. And the raviolis were disgusting and not fresh. And if you're going to try and continue to pull wool over customers' eyes by sending them fake, fresh-made raviolis, they need to know.
I
that
never say that it
sends
was
my
fresh,
alarm bells
but-
Let him
going.
speak a minute.
Now, you may want to sit there and argue, but you're not prepared to understand that I'm here to show you what's right, and you can't take that.
I can. I'm ready for that. I have no problems with the food.
I told you about the burger, you refused to listen.
I did not. I
Every
asked
time
you
I tell
what
you
was
something,
wrong with it.
you come back with an excuse.
I kept
After
asking you
excuse,
what's wrong,
after
and you couldn't
excuse.
give me
I told
an
you, the bun for the beef burger was soggy as anything.
I have never had a problem with that hamburger, ever. You said the salmon burger was dry, but it was wet. Is it dry or is it wet? Which one is it?
One
I'm
at a
so
time?
confused.
No, you're confused. I'm not confused when we're talking about food. But the way you screamed at that young girl last night...
Would you let anybody come into your restaurant, in your kitchen, and speak to you the way that that kid spoke to me last night? Would
Yeah.
you? Do you think we're gonna let someone hold a gun to our head and we're gonna give them our ass and let them do anything they want from us?
All she asked is,
No, she
are
did
you
it with
sure?
an attitude, a serious attitude. She's like, are you sure? For me.
Are you sure?
You don't need to question me, Katie. You can go home right now.
No, she didn't.
Okay,
Now
okay.
you're over-exaggerating again.
All right,
But you'll
okay.
blame her and you'll blame the customers. But customers were waiting for their food through your husband's mistake.
But okay, we're going to forget yesterday.
Right.
We're going to start, if we continue the show, we're going to start from scratch.
I want to
You
forget the
want
word
me-
show. This is not a show for me.
No, I mean, I don't know what you
This
call
is
it.
a restaurant that is in crisis with a delusional owner that can't take criticism. So I'm going to tell you as it is. I met Jessica and Henry this morning, and I got told some awful things.
Like what?
The way you treat staff. They have to clean cars in the middle of service because the boss wants his car cleaned. And then witnessing over 50 staff being fired in that short period of time.
Really, 50 staff.
50 staff.
You're saying that I have fired 50 staff since
Both
Jessica
of you.
was here. You're saying that?
I am.
Can you prove that to me?
Here we
50
go again.
staff?
Look at your eyes. Look
Oh, that's because you're
look
saying
how
lies.
bitter you are. Have you not had a turnover of more than 50 people? This is-
She was wrong. 100 or even more than 100.
Wow.
Yeah, not only 50,
So
yeah,
the
100.
stats are actually worse than
Yeah.
she told me.
Yes, it's worse, yes.
Could you tell your wife that? Because I don't think
yes,
she
it
knows.
is. It is.
I need a drink of water, excuse
drink
me.
water.
You're going to run off again?
Yesterday I didn't even eat or drink, and I have to drink water. Are you gonna attack me for wanting to drink some water too? My God, I don't even know why we came back here. I'm going home.
This morning, Chef Ramsay arrived with a plan on how to turn around the restaurant. But the owners wanted to clear up a few matters.
Now, you may want to sit there and argue, but you're not prepared to understand that I'm here to show you what's right.
Unfortunately, they are still not prepared to listen to what Chef Ramsay has to say.
Excuse me.
water.
You're
I
gonna
need
run off
water.
again?
Yesterday I didn't even
Come on,
eat or drink, and I have to drink water. Are you gonna attack me for wanting to drink some water too? My God, I don't even know why we came back here. I'm going home.
Now you're going home?
This is such nobody even is listening to me. They're gonna go by Jessica. This, oh my God, unbelievable. These people are incredible. And I've had enough. I come here to be abused. My own restaurant. I want to go home.
Just cool down, I mean, I know
All
she's still
we've
nervous,
done,
she's
all
still-
that's happened is we have been attacked.
I Attacked.
Attacked.
Why are you
Gordon,
behaving like this?
Because I'm insulted. You verbally insulted me yesterday, and I held my
told you
tongue
the
out of
truth.
class. I didn't tell you the truth. I didn't
Why are you
say
pointing?
nasty things to you.
Really?
Okay, really, I didn't really.
When I told you about the burger, you refused to listen.
You don't understand. You're judging me on you coming in here, disrupting the entire service. I've been doing this.
Disrupting?
You did disrupt us last night. How could I focus when you're
What about
on
my
my
lunch?
food? When you're standing here
What about
talking
when you
to my
cooked for
husband.
me?
What about when I cooked for you?
Who disrupted you then?
Everybody. What are you talking about?
Blaming everybody again.
I do my best so our business doesn't close because we can't find qualified people. You go get Miranda and that little Katie and Jessica, bring them here
The only
and
reason-
let me see how they work.
won't come back
Will
in
you
here.
do that? Of course.
Do you know what? They're
'Cause
scared of you.
they're
and they're
scared of me.
embarrassed. But unfortunately, you've convinced yourself in your little Amy's world that everything you cook, touch, send is perfect.
I do not. What? Am I arguing
Garlic
with you?
aioli goes well with white truffle.
Well,
That
let
pasta's
me
delicious.
show you some. Can I show you reviews? Hundreds of
Oh,
reviews
no.
that are excellent that
Oh,
you
no.
didn't write that
Not
are
the
from real
bullies on the
customers.
internet again.
No, good reviews, real customers that have supported us for
Look
6
at the way
years.
look at the way.
You're attacking my business
Attacking.
and my life. This is
I'm
all
telling
I
you the
do is
problems.
live this life every day. You're not telling me the problems. You are saying I'm delusional, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Can we talk about what we came here to speak about, please?
Yeah, let them finish. Yeah, I want them to
You
finish.
told me to
what
be
you
honest.
said. I am always
About the
honest.
problems that you've had, that you cannot talk to your wife, and the issues that she can't take criticism before
she knows that.
I met
That's
her.
Fine, I have no problem
No,
saying
yes,
that.
That's fine. I think you're too far gone.
Okay, then let's end the show. You think I'm too far gone? There's no hope. Yalla, yalla. It's Christmas. Let's go home. Okay.
I can't help people that can't help themselves and cannot ever take 1 ounce of criticism. And if you're not willing to change, I'm not going to butt heads, argue, scream, whatever you want to say. But this is not normal. And it's not normal for a restaurant to go through that many staff. It's not normal for a kitchen that small to have 65 items on the menu. And it's not normal for the level of animosity that you've built inside this restaurant and outside. You have the right to run the business the way you want to run your business. I have the right to do the right thing. And the right thing for me is to get out of here. Good luck. Wow.
It's good. It's what you want.
Yeah, of course that's what I wanted. Participate in this. Give me a break. Can they take this thing off of me? We don't need his help. Maybe he knows that.
It all has to come down.
And now he's gone. He walked away. He'll go on with his life. Sammy and I will go on with our life.
Well, it's finally happened. After almost 100 kitchen nightmares, I've met 2 owners who I could not help. And it wasn't because I didn't want to, it was because they are incapable of listening. And in a short period of time, they've managed to piss off the community and go through over 100 employees in 1 year. Sammy and Amy continue to blame everyone else, yet their biggest problem is themselves. And I know, whatever changes I would have made, they were never going to stick to them. And that's why I've decided to do something I've never done before. It's such a shame.